Okay, everybody. Well, I am arriving, or close to arriving, at the Atlas Tube facility here in Chicago. And it is located back here. In fact, there's a sign back there. I forget the name of it, but some kind of marsh. Yeah, to be down in the heart of Chicago, it sure seems to be tucked out here in the middle of nowhere. Kind of hard to get to, really. Kind of a tough drive today from Wisconsin. Leaving Wisconsin, the roads were clear, dry. Then as you get closer to Chicago, it started snowing again, wet, very messy, slushy. Gonna have to fill my windshield wiper container up again. Went through a lot of it. Alright, so Atlas Tube. I've been to this place 2 or 3 times. They even do some preloaded trailers out of here. I've picked up a preload once maybe. But usually it's a live load, which is what I'm expecting today. So you might can see the sign up ahead to the left. There's a big white sign with red Atlas written on it. And the way it works here, as I remember, is they got a little guard shack out front. I'll get my hard hat and everything on. Oh, they got a nice bump there for you. There's a little guard shack right up there where that truck is parked. I'll check in with him, and then once he grants me access, I'll go inside. There's a shipping office where you have to check in, and they got a scale, and then we'll see where we're getting loaded. But this is their facility over here to the left. So I'm just gonna kind of park over here to the right, try to stay out of the way, walk up there and check in. Alright guys, I got checked in there with the guard shack, and he gave me this little ticket here to take into the shipping office. So he told me to pull in here and park in staging spot number 2, and then go into the shipping office and get further instructions. And he asked me if was I getting a preload or did I have an appointment time. So I have an appointment time of 1 p.m. and it's 11:30 right now, so hopefully I'll be able to get loaded pretty quick. Probably got some people going on lunch and things like that. You run into that this time of day, of course, sometimes. So the shipping office is here to the left, and the little small load of preloads, the small lot of preloads is straight ahead there. In fact, you can see there's one Maverick driver up there. Looks like hooking up to a trailer or dropping a trailer. Alright, so I'm supposed to just park here. I'm going to get my safety jacket on and my boots and go into the shipping office. Okay, I got checked in. Got more paperwork. And she told me I'm going to be loading in 2 different doors. both around back, I understand. So my first spot is door 14. She said I've got to go find door 14, park there, take my paperwork in, and then when I'm done there, I'll come back to door 18, I think she said. Yeah, 18. Then you have to drive around to the other side of the building to the tarping shed. Then when you're finished there, you got to come back around here and kind of turn around right here and get on the scale to exit. So there's the little preload lot there. Got a Maverick driver doing some swapping there. That's kind of a bummer. I got to go into two different doors, but that's all right. Got a couple of trucks already waiting here for one of these doors. There's door 18 right there. I'll be coming back to that one for the second part of the load. Door 14 looks like is down here past this forklift is parked down here. I don't think I'm supposed to back up to the door until I'm checked in, so I'm going to just park right here and then walk into door 14, take my paperwork, and I'll see what's going on. Okay guys, we're here at a rest area in Rend Lake, Illinois. If you drive from Maverick in the Midwest region, you've probably come through here. Just doing a load check. I didn't get any footage of this load yesterday. I apologize. Boy, I've been driving in snow for 2 days, 3 days. But anyway, I'll talk about this load a little more later. It's, you know, it was supposed to be more product than what I got, but they ended up, oh, check out this scenery right here. Man, got Rend Lake over there. That's the beautiful snow footage. So, but anyway, what this load is 2 layers of round, in fact they call them rounds, round tubing. Anyway, I'll talk about that some more later. Well, here's a fitting picture. A truck getting towed out of the Petro over there across the street. I'm arriving at the Maverick North Little Rock yard. It's been a long day. You know, I started today. I was at a pilot up, I don't even remember the name of the town, but it was up above, probably about an hour north of, I think, Champaign, Illinois. You know, I picked up this load yesterday in Chicago and got out of there and drove, I don't know, hour and a half, couple hours maybe, shut it down, and man, got to the pilot there, and of course the parking lot was snow covered. It was a madhouse just in the parking lot. It's a small little pilot. Parking lot was kind of tight, and you know, there was this truck that had gotten stuck in the parking lot trying to back into a parking space. Had the whole place jammed up. So me and about 4 other drivers were out there for about 45 minutes trying to help him get unstuck. I had a couple of my 4-foot timbers, and I was out trying to get snow out from under his wheels, and we had some salt, and finally a Canadian driver, leave it to a Canadian driver to help us with the snow. He came up with a spare chain, you know, like you would wrap around a tire, you know, a tire chain, a loose tire chain, and we laid it down in front of one of the tires that was spinning. Oh, what's this guy doing now? He doesn't realize he can't go out this way. Oh my Lord. Oh my goodness. Good grief. Anyway, so finally got the guy unstuck so the rest of the traffic could get around, and I finally got parked. Oh yeah, that was a mess. And then, you know, I didn't leave out of there till about 6:45 this morning, you know, after the sun came up, and a lot of chatter on the CB was a lot of people weren't going to drive, and well, he's motioning me to come around. All right. So where was I? Oh yeah, so a lot of people didn't even want to take off today because they had heard the wow, you gotta watch this guy. They had heard that the roads were just too bad, especially down south, you know. All the talk we were hearing is that the further south you went in Illinois, and especially down toward Memphis, where I was wanting to go to get to Little Rock, was just a sheet of ice. But I said, well, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and try it. So I hit the road, and you know, the first couple of hours were pretty slow, you know. It was driving 25 to 30 miles an hour most of the time. But then once the sun got up, you know, about 9:30, 10 o'clock, it really started melting off and drying out. It hadn't been so bad, just messy. Gone through a lot of windshield washer fluid. But anyway, you know, I've been driving for, I've got just over an hour left, so I've been driving for 10 hours, plus a few stops along the way. Here's the Maverick Driving Academy. It's nothing but a sheet of ice. Oh, I bet they didn't do much in there today. Anyway, I know you can't see much right now because it's dark, but I wanted to film this while I approach the yard. And speaking of windshield washer fluid, I ran across a guy earlier in the week at a rest area, and he was parked right beside me. And he was pouring rubbing alcohol into his windshield washer reservoir. And we got to talking about that, and he said that his company, I won't mention his company, but he said his company bought this cheap windshield washer fluid in bulk, and it must be mostly water because it would just freeze up in cold weather. And I said, well, man, Maverick just lets us buy windshield washer fluid at Love's or Pilot, you know, whenever we fuel up. He said, well, I have to put a bottle of rubbing alcohol in this stuff. So just think about that, man. If you had to put rubbing alcohol in your windshield washer fluid, I'm glad I don't have to do that. All right, I'm looking for a parking spot. I guess I'm gonna have to go to the front row. There's the training building. Well, let's see. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to go to the front row. All right, well, the only thing I'll mention, my fleet manager, I'm I'm gonna get over here so I can pull my car right up next to the truck to unload my stuff. But my fleet manager wants me to sign the truck into the shop today because it's due for some preventative maintenance. So I got to do that. No big deal. I'll do that on the way out. My truck is so dirty. I am going to jump out and just show you how dirty the truck is. Oh man, it's filthy. All right. I'm going to jump out real quick. Put my cell phone off. All right. Hold on a second. I don't need my sunglasses. I had them up on my head. All right. I'm just going to show you this and I'm going to sign off. I'll probably do a weekly recap from home tomorrow. And I want to talk about a couple of new drivers. But yeah, here's what driving in the snow and the muck will do for you. So yeah, look at that. Barely see out the window. Have to clean, you know, sporadically you have to wipe your lights down on your trailer or they're invisible, covered with muck. But here's my load. What this load is some round steel tubing. I got 2 layers of it. I'll show it to you Monday when I get it untarped and all. But see the back, how dirty that is? Just terrible, terrible. But I'll tell you real quick too, this load, this product was kept outside in the yard and it was covered with snow. And they put it on here, loaded it from outside, and then told me I was going to have to back in to another door to get some inside product, and that they would take this product off and then put some inside product, you know, some steel that they don't want to get wet. They were going to put it on the bottom and then put this back on top. Well, they ended up saying that the customer didn't want to do that because this stuff was going, you know, there's snow on this stuff when they loaded it, and it was going to melt onto the inside product that would have been under it. And you know, it's a product that they don't want to get rusted. They don't want it wet at all. You know, when you secure it, you have to cover it with plastic and then tarp it. So anyway, ended up they just gave me this product here. I didn't get the inside part, so wasted some time waiting around for that decision to be made, but it was easier for me to secure and tarp. So all right guys, that's it for the week. I will do the weekly recap from home tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Okay guys, as promised, I wanted to do my weekly recap, talk about the miles and the gross pay for last week. So let's get that out of the way. The mileage for last week was 2,720 miles. 2,720 miles. And let me go back and find the payroll for that. You can hear my neighbor's roosters. Still got 2 or 3 inches of sleet on the ground here in central Arkansas. It's starting to melt away, but still pretty ugly around here. All right, let's see. I'm having a hard, so bright from the sunshine, I'm having a hard time seeing. Okay, let's see. Gross pay for that week was $2,048.35. $2,048.35. So pretty good week. And I wanted to mention, I've got several drivers here, new drivers, recruits that I wanted to mention. First off, there's Alex, who lives in North Carolina. And Alex is kind of an interesting story. He'd been doing flatbed for a little while, I think he had been, like maybe 10 years ago, had been doing trucking, flatbedding, and got out of it, and then recently got back into it. Had been doing flatbedding, but he said his current company, I don't know who it was, but they weren't keeping him busy enough. And so he signed on with Maverick and got through training pretty quick, you know, because he was experienced, already had a CDL. And so he finished up with training. Didn't have to go out on a trainer truck, you know, he just had to do the 2 weeks of new hire training, securement training, all of that, and then got his truck, and he's doing dedicated out of the, I think it's the Nucor facility in South Carolina. So congratulations, Alex. He's out on his own. And then I have Chad from Conway, Arkansas, just about half an hour from here, who completed his final evals a few days ago, and probably has his new truck. He's probably been assigned his truck in the last couple of days, and probably either just picked up his first load, or maybe, you know, got a little time off and will pick up a load on Monday. It's usually how it works. So congratulations, Chad. Now Chad, let's see, let me see if I can figure out. He went through the Maverick Driving Academy. So he started back in mid-November, went through the driving academy there at Maverick, and then all the training, trainer truck, whole shebang. So he's been there a while. I'm sure he's anxious to get out on his own solo. So way to go, Chad. You're there. And then I have Roy, who's from Malvern, Arkansas, about an hour south of here. He also just completed final evals and got assigned his truck. He just emailed me, I think yesterday. He said he got his truck, and he's going to be doing, I need to find out a little more about this because I haven't heard of this one before, but he said he's going to be doing dedicated out of a Georgia Pacific lumber facility. So I'm thinking that's in Texas, but I don't have any more details on that. But anyway, he's gotten through training, and I think he went, I think Roy did the whole thing at Maverick. You know, went to Maverick Driving Academy, got a CDL, did the whole training, and just finished up this week, got assigned a truck, and I think we'll be starting his dedicated runs. Either he just started or he'll start that Monday. So congratulations, Roy. I know you've been anxious to get done with that and get out on your own. And then lastly, I have Z from Dallas, and he also completed his final evals. These guys might have all been together doing final evals, or very close if not together, but he completed that this past Monday, and should be starting, probably already has his truck and will be starting with his first load maybe Monday. And I'm not sure, I need to clarify with Z, I'm not sure if he's doing a dedicated or over the road, regional. I'm not real sure about that. And I think Z, I kind of lost my notes on that, but I think Z was kind of a neat story. I think he came over from some other country. When he first contacted me, it was many months ago, and he was saying that he was going to move over here and settle in the Dallas area and then come to Maverick. So, you know, it's been a while. So he's had quite the journey coming over here, moving completely, then coming to Maverick, getting his CDL, and now he's got his truck and about to hit the road solo. So quite a story. Congratulations, C. And I really appreciate you guys using me as your referral. I really do. Thanks a lot. And for keeping in touch with me, kind of giving me updates on your progress. Y'all be safe out there. It's kind of messy out there right now, but yeah, thanks again for using me as a referral. And I've got a couple more guys that are you know, in the pipeline, going to be starting soon, but I'll save that for another time. But you guys that are looking at Maverick, I appreciate you when you apply. If you use me as your referral, or send me an email if you have any questions, if I can help you with that. But you know, I really appreciate you using me as your referral, or if you know another Maverick driver that you've run across or that's helped you or talked to you, use them. You know, use somebody. So anyway, the load I have now, I know I hadn't showed you a whole lot of it, but it delivers 8 a.m. Monday in Oklahoma City. So I'm going to leave out, probably leave the house tomorrow around 2 p.m. and try to drive 3 or 4 hours and then finish it off Monday morning. They don't have overnight parking at this customer, or I would go all the way. So we'll start in Oklahoma City for next week. See how that goes. All right, guys. See you next week.